Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to the first day of a brand new week on.
No, this one's going to be good.
Yeah, as you can see, we're not at home. We are, in fact, in a Premier Inn.
Ooh.
It's not a week on Premier Inns. Although if it were, this would be an interesting one to do it in because
it would, to be fair.
all the lighting is like purple.
Yeah, you can see it.
Like a weird sort
The
of
back. Yeah.
red light district.
It's
but
nice though.
for
It's
Premier Inns.
got a nice vibe.
It is nice. The atrium's very nice.
Yes.
Where we had dinner last night.
Yeah.
I had a nice mixed grill, and you had, what did you have? A curry, a katsu curry.
Yeah. Katsu, that was
Wasn't
nice.
memorable then, if you can remember.
No,
what it was.
I'd gone blank then.
So what we are doing is this is a week on for us, one we're really excited to do because this one we're at Premier Inn at an airport, bloody Heathrow Airport, innit?
Ooh.
Because we're going to Florida.
Yes.
So we've already done a week on Disney World, and this time it's only fair that we flee from the mouse and go to the
What's the universal
the
one?
wizards, the robots, the dinosaurs.
Bit of everything.
Bit of everything. So we are going to Universal Studios to do a week on Universal.
Really excited for this one.
Very excited. So we have, I've hopped on the scales. You'll probably tell us what weight
tell
you've
you.
lost or gained.
Yeah.
I've hopped on the scales. I like to do that to myself. I like to make myself feel awful because I'm pretty sure I'm going to gain weight this week.
I think it'd be rude not to gain
Yeah,
weight.
but then again, it's going to be a lot of steps. So we'll track steps, we'll track food, we'll take you along for the ride, and we shall see how we get on. Security done, and someone has already come to duty free.
Oh yeah.
Look at the price of this. And here we go. We've arrived at the hotel. And I'm tired and blurry. Made it to the room at Universal RoR Pacific, right? Yeah. Universal RoR Pacific. It's a big room.
It's huge, isn't it?
It's a massive room. It's nice. Never stayed here before. Bloody lovely. My bedroom's here, is it? Very funny. To be honest, I'm so tired that I would sleep anywhere right now.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm also hungry. It's like 2 a.m. in my
In
head
UK time, yeah.
right now, so we need to, I guess, go and get something to drink, something to eat, because the food on the plane, I mean, lunch was lovely. I had a chicken casserole thing with mash and some peas and sweet corn. That was really nice, actually. But then the afternoon tea was just kind of chucked at us with about an hour to go. There was kind of bad turbulence on the flight at one point. So the lights were on. Everyone had to stay seated for like a good hour. So that sucked. And it was bouncy. Shat myself a little bit. Nugget poo came out. So yeah, I'm hungry now. Gonna go get some food. And of course, into the gift shop. So many pins. It's gonna really feed my addiction. Oh, look at this. And look at those. Back in the room, we've got our refillable mugs. American Fanta just tastes different. And this is what we need when our bodies thinks it's 2 a.m.
It's a midnight feast, isn't it?
Giant food. What have we got? Roast beef sandwich. That looks delicious. There's lots of big chunky beef in there and a pepper.
Wow, look at that. Cheesy.
Let's try them. This is hot. This was made fresh.
Yeah, be careful with the roof of your mouth.
Look at that.
Call
That is-
that.
Loaded with cheese. Really nice.
Ooh.
Look at that. So it's super cheesy, super salty. The base is really nice. I heard Floridian pizza's crap because of like the water, but I'll tell you what, after travelling for what, 14 hours?
Something like
Something like that. This is cracking. This is, oh.
The crunch.
The base is so good. Look at that beef.
I've just had to put it back together again.
Look at that beef. Ooh. How's that? Apologies for the lighting, by the way. It's a dark room. Is it good?
It's so tender.
Is it? It looks nice.
Oh, a bit of horseradish as well.
Was it? It was horseradish aioli, right?
And provolone.
Do you mind if I'm going to have a little bite?
The bread's really good too.
Oh, it is tender. Ooh. I'll tell you what. This is hitting the spot. Oh. My God. What a day. I'm full of pizza and sandwich and Coke Freestyle, and I am knackered. We kicked off day 2 with a trip to Ireland's dining room and of course a buffet breakfast. Is there really a better way to start a holiday? And oh boy, do Americans know how to do a breakfast buffet. The bacon's always crispy, the sausages are hilariously small, and something we just don't do enough of in the UK is biscuits and gravy, which are basically scones really, aren't they? Biscuits and gravy, there's just something different about having a scone and a sausage gravy with your fry up. Could have had some beans, you know, if I was really going to find fault with that.
Not with sausage gravy.
It was delicious. And also we said, can we have 2 coffees please? And they just brought black coffee and nothing else with it.
It was nice though, we did drink it.
Actually drank it and it was nice. So I'm being converted to black coffee, America. What are you doing to me? Oh, there's been a terrible accident with Shadow the Hedgehog. Walking towards the parks this morning by the side of the lake, river? What is it? Canal. Waterway. Here we are. We've made it. Stopped for a morning pit stop. A banana icy. How is it?
It's nice. It's like foamy though instead of icy.
Yeah, it's a weird texture, isn't it?
It's extremely fake banana, which I love.
Yeah, that means
It's like drinking a foam banana.
the foam. Yeah, exactly. So it's delicious. There's a pigeon. Come over to Islands of Adventure for a bit of lunch and pizza tots on green eggs and ham.
But it's not green and eggs. Or
Not
ham.
green eggs or ham, but we've got potato tots, cheese, potato, I don't know what it is, it's just good. Sausage, pepperoni, tomato, they're the words. Can't think because it's lovely. In the shadows of the Hulk, Gracie has found. You have been wanting this for many years, haven't you?
I've literally been looking actively for at least a year, and then they got rid of them, and now they brought them back.
It's a pizza stuffed pretzel. Get it in your mush. Is it nice?
You can just see the cheese and tomato. Massive.
For dinner we headed out to City Walk and to Cowfish, known for its burger and sushi fusion. So naturally we had to start by having a crab rangoon and wonton chips, which thankfully wasn't too fishy, but it was very creamy and yummy, and wonton chips are genius. This was followed by a CBCLTJKIPL. I don't know how many letters were in the name of that burger, and it was 500% lettuce, but it was still pretty good. Even if the chips were a little overdone and were a bit dry. Neither of us finished it.
No.
Which is why we went and got a Cold Stone Creamery.
Yeah, and I've got chocolate with Oreo. Really good, really chocolatey. Lovely.
I've got an ice cream flavour that we don't do in the UK. It's called Sweet Cream, which is sweet and creamy with Kit Kat. And I want more of it. It's so good. Melted a little bit because we brought it back from City Walk, which is like a 7 or 8 minute walk.
Yeah, it's not too far.
But it's worth it. It is so good. We're going to go to bed happy.
Day 3, and we decided to get an early-ish start to the day to grab some breakfast in the park, and we joined the line for Islands of Adventure by Antojitos, but it thankfully did move fairly quickly. Then once in the park, 99% of the people in there went to either Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure, say that 3 times fast, or Velocicoaster, and we sauntered around a mostly vacant Hogsmeade to grab a traditional old British breakfast.
Pancakes, sausage, bacon.
How is it?
And a croissant. Actually, this is lovely. Nice, sticky, sweet. Fluffy pancake, but you can tell they've kind of been sat under a light bulb for a while. And don't know why I've got a croissant as well. Which is so crunchy. That is not buttery flaky at all.
I've got porridge, which cost exactly the same price as Mike's pancake breakfast for some reason.
Yeah, $17.50 was it? Something like that?
It's very salty.
Salty?
Yeah, I should be adding syrup to that for sure. But it does come with nice fruit.
Big fruit.
Big fruit. And lettuce.
Don't turn around. So we've come to the Minion Cafe for some lunch, and our drink is this thing. What was it called?
Oh god, I don't actually know.
It's banana with like basically a dessert on top.
They said it tastes like banana cream pie, does it?
It does. It's more synthetic banana,
Oh wow.
but it's fizzy this time, so it's a little bit weird. Actually, it doesn't taste quite as nice as that icy the other day. But it's still nice, just weird.
What's the cream like?
Creamy. It's
Banana
a pudding.
cream.
It's a pudding.
Okay. Are these going to be banana flavoured, do you think?
Banana noodles.
Banana noodles. They're very thick.
Oh, you can't eat noodles gracefully in a video, can you?
It tastes like pot noodle.
It tastes like a pot noodle.
Chicken and mushroom pot noodle.
I have a pipette of cheese.
Straight in the mouth.
I want to try a minion fry first.
You bit his head off.
I did. And it tastes good. Just deep fried, oily, fatty, yummy. And then this is like a cheese steak type thing. It's messy, it's salty.
It's packed full of meat.
The bread's a little on the sort of like harder side. Cheese is going everywhere. But the beef is tender as.
You got so don't worry, 'cause I'm calling. I'm a soul man, I know you know it right. I'm a soul man. Now you sing it back to me.
Then we did some mooching, a lot of mooching, and got tired, so went back to the hotel to chill with the pizza in the room, which was probably the cheesiest pizza I think I've ever had. And then this was followed up by a donut that I forgot to film, but I ate it in bed like an animal, and nobody wants to see that.
Something a little bit more relaxing today. A morning by the pool. I think after the last few days, basically topping 20,000 steps a day for the last 3 days, almost including travel day as well. I think earned a little bit of a rest this morning. We did kick things off with a McDonald's breakfast from Uber Eats. Didn't film it because I spent most of the time fuming because they forgot my sausage, egg and cheese biscuit. Fuming I was because we don't get those in the UK, and I really wanted one. And yeah, anyway, it's another story. Fuming. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit hungrier than I normally would have done because I had a hash brown and a bit of Grace's bacon, egg, cheese McGriddle, which is just a sandwich but made with syrup-soaked pancakes. What is wrong with this country is everything that is right with this country. So yeah, I'm going to do some relaxing and then think about what we're going to do for lunch.
Well, that was lovely. Time to feel fat and gross by heading to the Simpsons land for a bite to eat at the world's busiest food court. And an entire sea of beige with a basket o' bait, which was very nice, definitely needed more sauce though, and Gracie had a turkey wrap. Not enough grease, 5 out of 10, see me after class. Then we crash zoomed over to Minions Land for a bit of pudding.
I feel kind of bad for biting his head off, but...
Minion Pop, how much? It was like $9 or something for a lolly, but there we go.
really banana-y. It's
Really?
so good.
Fake banana?
Not quite fake banana, no. It tastes more like real banana. It's lovely.
Then we stopped off for a drink. Cocktail for Gracie, pint of Blue Moon for yours truly, just what the doctor ordered. And unfortunately it did mean I was off my game for Men in Black Alien Attack and Gracie beat me. After that we browsed some merch, they know what they're doing. Then it was time to drown my sorrows.
Well, coming to the end of the park day, gonna unwind with a blue raspberry, what is it, a daiquiri? Frozen daiquiri.
From Fat Tuesday.
Oh,
Is it strong?
oh. It's super intense flavour and super boozy. And also, I'm in my late 30s and I got ID'd.
Then, because day 4 was our wedding anniversary, we headed to a fancy sushi restaurant in the hotel. Didn't really film much of it though because Gracie would have killed me, but it was very, very nice, just bloody expensive. So let's quickly move on to day 5 when we headed to Cabana Bay Hotel, which is where we stayed on our honeymoon 9 years ago and had a spot of breakfast. Gracie had a kid's breakfast with extra bacon.
Yummy.
And I had a breakfast burrito.
Been sat there a while.
Oh no.
Then off for a relaxing morning at Volcano Bay, the resort's water park.
Well, that's relaxing. Try to sleep.
We headed into City Walk for some lunch, and down the side of Voodoo Donut is this sort of narrow walkway with steps, and at the top is Bread Box, a really nice sandwich place. Gracie had ham and cheese and I had a Reuben with some tots, and it was all really nice, if not incredibly expensive, and I don't think the price reflected the portion size at all.
Hopeless screeching and not trying to fight me. Just that ahead, these are not. You don't know what kind of dinosaur she might be. Yell it out if you know the answer. I heard it's somewhere Raptor. She's a Velociraptor. She needs a parent. Of course, anybody that's fearless is actually like, she's like, cold or something. Okay. Well, there you have it, Basil. There's Basil Velociraptor here in Jurassic Park.
So we have a Velociraptor named by Gracie, named Basil because we're in America.
Apparently you can go and check on Basil the Velociraptor, so if anyone heads to Islands of Adventure, please feel free to check on her and let us know how she's getting on and how many people she's killed.
We just rode Fast and the Furious supercharged with the Pew 2 and we didn't say anything because we're shy.
We went and shot some stuff because why not, we're in America, then headed back to City Walk for some dinner and a Panda Express.
Panda Express, gourmet Chinese food. Honey sesame chicken. It's very sweet. I wouldn't say gourmet, it's very much a fast food Chinese option, but it's fine, and it's the cheapest thing we've probably eaten yet.
And I went for teriyaki chicken and orange chicken. They're famous for their orange chicken, so I wanted to give it a good go. Big bit of orange at the back of my throat. But it's good.
Then we chilled out in the courtyard at the hotel and went back to the room to pass out. On to day 6.
It's matching t-shirt day.
The best kind of day.
Gracie starting the day in the whitest way possible with a sugar cookie almond latte.
Yeah, iced. It's got sprinkles on it.
Sprinkles
Yeah.
in a drink.
Really nice.
Madness.
No real breakfast today, and by 11 we were chewing our arms off, so as soon as RoR Burger opened at Universal Studios, we headed in and we were the first customers of the day.
Gracie's had her eye on a RoR Burger for a while. Look at that. Falling. Oh, there's a nice bit of cheese there.
Sounded juicy.
Incredibly juicy.
Careful of your cheese, it's gonna fall out.
The big flavour there is the cheese. Wow. The burger is really nice, really meaty. As you say, it's so juicy. We also have
Extra cheese.
extra cheese for the fries.
In
It's
liquid
nice
form.
and hot. Oh yeah, you're gonna love that.
Okay, we also have, loosely speaking, a milkshake. I say loosely speaking because it is literally just chocolate ice.
It's a cup of ice cream.
Yeah, basically. Oh my gosh, so chocolatey, so smooth. Look, it's just ice cream, that is not a shake.
How was that?
Wet.
Can confirm, very wet.
That evening, we saved the best till last and went to Antojitos on City Walk for some Mexican grub, starting with empanadas, which didn't really look like I expected, but they were lovely. For mains, Gracie had tostada, which she enjoyed, but the real star of the show was my birria beef tacos, and I swear to God, the meat inside of these things was the nicest meat I've possibly ever had, at least at a theme park. To die for.
And we end the evening with a Cold Stone Creamery.
Yep.
I've got another sweet cream with M&Ms.
And I went for mint, white chocolate, Oreo. And it's delicious.
It's time for bed.
Day 7 and travel home day. Sad times, so not really time for much at all. So after packing, back into the park quickly to watch the animal show. A quick couple of rides and lunch at RoR Burger, one of Gracie's favourites. Then another Minion Pop for dessert.
That was bad.
And then it was time to leave. Sad times. And with all the hustle and bustle of travelling, I actually forgot to film anything, so enjoy this stock footage of the airport and security, which, believe me, did not go this calmly or smoothly. Then we flew home on the red-eye, didn't get a wink of sleep, and passed out the moment we got home. And there we go, back in the cold, dreary and very dark UK, just dreaming about when the next opportunity to go to Universal Studios will be. Although, since actually filming this week on, Universal have announced that they plan on building a park in the UK, so that's very exciting. Fingers crossed that actually comes to fruition. But until then, there is the Orlando parks and the warmth that that place brings, and the happiness that it brings, especially my belly, because over that week, a lot of food was consumed, a lot of very tasty, greasy, delicious, fresh theme park food. Yum, yum, yum. So, yeah, the point of the week wasn't necessarily to gain weight or to lose weight. It was just to see what living your best life at Universal did to the body. I mean, for one thing, it made it really happy. The head and the heart. Very, very happy indeed. But what did it actually do to myself? Well, we all know that I hopped on the scales before actually flying out to Orlando. Wasn't a pretty sight then, and it's certainly not a pretty sight now. Although it could have been a lot worse. 2.2 pounds were gained, which if you've ever been on a theme park holiday before, you'll know that it can double, triple, or worse that, basically. I've known people who have gone away for 2 weeks to Disney World and come back more than a stone heavier than when they left. So this could have been a lot worse. And I think that's down to the fact that I did bare minimum every single day, even the rest days, at least 15,000 steps. And the majority of the days was 20,000 steps. And that's just wandering around, doing rides, walking around shops, going around the queue lines, just basically mooching around the theme parks, because they're pretty big spaces, especially Islands of Adventure. It's just a loop. So if you're over in Jurassic Park and you want to get to the exit, you ain't going that way. You're going to go all the way around, which it's not super convenient, especially if you get on the Hogwarts Express, go to the other part. But who's going to do that? I'm going to do that. So it was a great week. I'm sad that it's over. There was some incredible food eaten. There was the Antojitos meal was by far the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. There was the fresh sushi from the Royal Pacific anniversary meal that we had. That was incredible. The pizza from the hotel as well. That was delicious. There was some duds as well. Some questionable food like the Harry Potter breakfast was fine overall, but that croissant was awful. There's something about theme park croissants that is just super weird and not right, and they insist on putting it on everything breakfast related in that world at least, and it's just don't. Or if you're gonna make them decent, and there's no reason why they can't be decent because they are quite expensive. In fact, most of the food is quite expensive. It's not a cheap getaway. They know they've got you there, you're going to want food and you're going to pay for it. And it's just the same at basically any theme park. That's not exclusive to Universal. If you're going to go to Disney or a Merlin theme park even, unless you're taking sandwiches, you're going to have to eat something and you're going to have no choice but to pay it. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. It's just about finding a balance. For the most part, I would say it's never worth those theme park prices, but you feel a little bit better about it if the quality's decent. And Universal has that, whereas perhaps parks in the UK do not. They certainly do not, but they don't even shy away from lowering the prices. They like, you want this shit burger? Give us 20 quid for it. But yeah, there we go. Lots of great rides at Universal. It's just a shame you can't really film on them. Otherwise, I'd have been able to show you a lot more in the week. But there we go. It was bloody fantastic. Bloody loved it. I bloody want to go back. Until then, I guess I'm going to have to dream about Universal Great Britain. But yeah, I'm just depressed. It's just cold, dark, gotta work. Just going to have to dream about Universal. Still dreaming.